Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and welcome back to hashtag ABCs of Tarot. We are on to letters U and V. I basically, for just tuning in, I was gonna do a tag that was a deck that was A through Z, and do a deck for each one, and then I realized I hadn't done basically showing off my decks since I started tarot when I had like 5 decks. So, and it's been like 4 years. So I decided to go ahead and do a full on thing. And I have so many decks now that it's taken a while. We're in the home stretch now. But, yeah, it was the only way I could do my whole inventory of decks and keep them straight in my brain was to make a list A to Z and do them that way. So here we are. We are on to, I'm combining U and V today. I only have 7 decks between them. So this is going to be a short video. I do have a playlist started on my channel. So if you guys want, you can go to the playlist, hashtag ABC of Tarot, and sorry, I had to pause it. So, yeah, if you want to see the whole shebang, I have a playlist started. It's ABCs of Tarot, hashtag ABCs of Tarot. Actually, it's just ABCs of Tarot on there. But yeah, it's all the playlists, all the letters up till now. Anyway, without further ado, we are doing letter U first. And I actually have only 4 decks, one of which is a knockoff. Of the other deck. So I'm going to show those first. And I actually got this. This made me realize, this is Uncover Your Past Life Oracle. This deck made me realize that the counterfeiters have really stepped up their game because I edged it in purple. It's a pretty good size. It's still smaller than the other, and I'll show those in a minute. But it's got stuff on one side, pictures on one side, and then this on there, the one that says lesson, death, location, trauma, faith. The inner circle of words never changes, but the outside does. It's a really cool. I have the full book for the actual deck, but I got this and I was looking for that extra card. There's an extra card that goes with this. I don't know where it went. Right there. Nope. Oh, where is it? There's an extra card that said go to, because this is by Mandy Peterson. With this fake deck, it actually said go to Mandy Peterson's website and you can get the book downloaded. And you go to the site and she's fully aware that there is fraudulent decks out there. So she's blocked you from being able to go in there and download the book as a PDF now. In order to get the book for this deck, you have to buy the deck through her website because of all the fraud that's counterfeit decks. And I got this on Etsy. They were actually saying they were her, which I found out later, of course, it wasn't her site. They even have gone so far, I can't find it in here right now, but they've even gone so far as to, on the extra card, it says, go to her website for this and this and this. And I'm like, why would they do that? If it's a fake deck, why would they put her information on there? Because it does give her real information. So it's almost like somebody hacked her stuff. But I didn't find out. And this was like $25. Like, I paid a good penny for this fake deck, and they were like, oh, it's half off, it's normally $50, which it was $50. The actual deck was on her website, because I actually went to her website instead of trusting Etsy, because I bought this on Etsy under someone that claimed to be her, and it wasn't her. But as you can see, it's much bigger. This extra card here is the same as the extra card in the fake deck, which I thought was interesting because it tells you, it gives you the same information. It says copyright 2020, Mandy Peterson, all rights to the Uncover Your Past Life artwork is a compilation with modified copyright to the stocks images used within the artwork, and each item remains with the original artist. You may not distribute or commercially exploit this content. That's the extra card in the fake deck. And then at the bottom of it, it gives you her website, which is crazy. And I'm like, okay. And then it's actually edged in this lavender. The card stock is amazing. Way bigger than the fake deck here. And they are still round, but still. Besides that, this deck is freaking amazing. I do a lot of past life work, and I am kicking myself that I did not get this on the Kickstarter, honestly, because I hemmed and hawed because I'm like, oh, the colors are bright. Maybe they're a little too bright for me. And then I saw people using this deck, and I'm like, I really want to use this deck. Finally bought it. It was a knockoff, and then I went and bought it again recently through her site. And it's just been phenomenal. This deck. Anyway, this is a phenomenal deck. I love the book. The book gives you stuff for each of these, each time frame that's there, or each thing that's there, each thing that's on the front. It's an amazing deck. I usually use it as a, what do I need to know? And let's say this card dropped, and it dropped on vegetarianism. Diet is the main word, and then you go to diet in the book, pull up whichever one it lands on, which is vegetarianism, and that gives you a little description. And then for identity, time frame, lesson, death, location, trauma, faith, and love, I pull a separate card for each one of those questions, for each one of those. And each card is different. And a lot of times it just goes in a line and tells a unique, very unique story. And I love it. Love it. But that is the Mandy Peterson Uncover Your Past Life Oracle. This is the real thing. This is the fake. I was pretty peeved when I got the fake and realized it was a fake. Because it wasn't cheap. Next in the U category, I have one of my top 20 favorite decks. The Universal Celtic Tarot. I keep it in this little blue pouch because the box went to crap. It is a Low Scarabaro publication. It is gorgeous. I did edge it in this dark green to match the backs. Came out perfect. I adore this deck. I love this Empress. My favorite, probably one of my favorite Empresses. It's a beautiful deck. I do get this it's my second favorite Eight of Swords ever, too. I love how she's not encumbered, she's not blindfolded, she's not being held down. In fact, she's got wings of her own. She's not stuck. She can fly off at any moment, and she knows this. It's kind of like she's taken back her power that the Eight of Swords would normally limit you to. And she knows that she has that power. And I love it. And I love how the flowers cover her. It's just stunning. And as soon as I saw the Eight of Swords, I'm like, I need this deck. But this deck has been so freaking stunning. So beautiful. I feel like I'm in this other world. This druidy world. And I love it. It's stunning. It's a very beautiful. And I think it's a very underrated deck as well. It's stunning. Stunning, and I love it. Just the box went to crap when I got it. So I got me a little pouch. I need to make me a pouch because this one, I don't know, it'll work for now. Not the right color. Next I have the Unicorns. It's a Bicycle Unicorns card playing deck. This is probably the first deck I bought. It's card size. It's purple. It's got a linen finish to it. It's probably the first one I bought where I saw it as more than just a card deck. Because every card is different. Every card is different. Some of them even have keywords on them. And I think it's a stunning little unicorn deck. You can play it as cards, but it also is a... you can use it as divinatory messages as well, like an oracle deck even. I think because every card is different. I think that's cool. And I really like this. I don't use it as much as I did when I first got it. But it's beautiful. Beautiful. And I'm almost through all the cards. It's stunning though. And they have this purple version, and then they also have a blue version of the stack. It's just the backs are blue instead of the purple. But yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. It's cute. And it was like $5 at Target. So that's it for the U's. Now on to the V's. I only have 3 decks. So the V's I have, this came from Make Playing Cards. I use this deck all of the time. It's got that box that has the, it's got crap all over it. Because I've had it for a while. It folds down further so you can pull the deck out. It is a thick deck. There's like 100 cards here. It has these little backs. It's like bridge size, or yeah, I think they're more like bridge size, or maybe playing card size. I don't know. But it's an Oracle deck, and I freaking love this deck. I've used it for almost all of my past life work, all mediumship work I do. It's kind of gives you that extra oomph that you need in a deck, and I love the art. Some cards are sideways or landscape, and some are not. That has yet to come up as an issue. But this is a freaking beautiful deck, and I love it to pieces. I've used it quite a bit. This one came up when I did a past life reading. When it came to spouse, was it the same person as last time? And I feel like this is a duality of the same person. It looks like twins. So that kind of completely went along with the reading I was doing. Yeah, it's a beautiful deck. And I don't think anybody else I know, I've not seen anybody else with this deck. But it is on Make Playing Cards. It's like $35. But I think it's worth it because the artwork is, I'm guessing artwork from, like curated artwork. Clearly. But it's stunning. And it reads amazing. So you can see that linen cardstock. But it's amazing. And I love it. And I'm glad it's in my collection. Probably of all my Make Playing Card decks, this is probably the second one I use the most. And do not regret purchasing. But that is the Victorian Oracle. Next, we have the Villains Tarot Guidebook by Inside Editions. It is a Minerva Siegel deck. I love the inside. Those are my 2 favorite colors, this darker purple and this color green. Love it. So that's why probably you'll see a lot of my decks edged in that darker green if I can help it. If I can get away with it, I will. And it's weird because I have 7 Inside Edition decks now. Love how they shuffle. Love how that shuffles. It's just, they all have the same exact cardstock, which is amazing. And as you can see, they shuffle fantastically. I'm actually having a little problem with the Stranger Things tarot. I just got it. It was the last deck I got in 2022. It seems a little thicker cardstock. This seems a lot thinner. So I might get them out and do a comparison on quite a few of these decks because they feel like the same cardstock, but is it? Love the purple backs. I was so freaking excited for this deck because I got the Supernatural Tarot. It was like a miss. Then something was calling me to get the Nightmare Before Christmas, and that was a hit. It was amazing. And then I saw this coming out, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait. It looks so beautiful. Look at that scar. The 4 of Swords. The Page of Coins. The Hyenas. It is a pip deck. Partial pip deck, which all Minerva Siegel or Inside Edition decks are. Except for the Garbage Pail Kids, which surprised me. Because to me, of all the Inside Edition decks I have, that's probably the most, I would say, non-traditional tarot deck. And yet, it has all the names. Everything is right on the names. Nothing's renamed. And this is why I wanted this deck. This guy in the Princess Frog as the magician is the best. So, he's literally has a handful of tarot cards. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's what I imagine. Like when I first started reading tarot, that's literally what I imagined when I thought of the magician. Was this spiritual guy? He's got one foot on this side and one foot on the other side, and he's reading the tarot cards, and it was just amazing. And I love this chariot too. That's cool. And and since I've gotten a few other decks, because this was my third one of theirs, it kind of just fell flat for me. So maybe it's time, and I know everybody's buying it and loving it. And I'm like, maybe I didn't give it a fair chance, because I thought the Stranger Things one would be more of a kitschy deck. It's not. It's been hard hitting so far, and all of them have been. Even the Alice in Wonderland tarot I have, they've all been kind of hard hitting, except this one. So maybe I just haven't given this one the proper love. Anyway, last deck. Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley. This is a U.S. Games deck. I bought this specifically to do past life readings with. I saw somebody and they're humongous cards. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. Humongous cards. And what's happening here? Oh, that's the extra card. That's why. I started doing past life readings with it. I saw somebody doing past life readings with it, and I'm like, yeah. And it was already on my list, but that's the card on the cover. Dreams, of course it is. And I'm like, yeah, this would be great for that. And the decks I paired it with work phenomenal. I mean, just phenomenal. And as I'm looking at this, seeing things like this one and this one, it would go great with the Relative Tarot as well. And I've yet to pair those two together. But I'm finding more and more that the Relative Tarot is also more of a mediumistic tarot deck. And dream interpretation tarot deck. And I think this goes well with that as well. This deck can be used for mediumship readings, for past life readings, for ancestor work, for dream interpretations. I found this to be, I used this exclusively for a while there, when I first got it, and it's amazing. Amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. I mean, the images are just stunning. And one of the decks I use for mediumship work actually has this image in it also. So, yeah, they paired well together. But yeah, it's a gorgeous deck. And I was kicking myself when I got it, because I'm like, I really just, and I shuffle it sideways like that, because it's that large. I was kicking myself because I'm like, I just waited too late, or waited too long to get this, because it's a stunning, stunning reader. And it's beautiful. And I love it. So that is all my U and V decks. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night. Bye.